Hey everybody, welcome back to 5 Days a Stranger. I'm the Blues 32, and when last we left off, AJ is dead, Philip has gone mad with paranoia, and we keep having nightmares. This morning, in other news, Michael Crimson, solicitor of the Day States, was found dead this morning in his office. Mr. Crimson was found to have hanged himself, and the ruling of suicide has always been declared. It's the latest in a string of recent deaths and disappearances connected to the mysterious Defoe myth. A string which began with the murder-suicide of Sir Clarence Defoe and his young wife, and has been seen more recently with the disappearance of BBC reporter Simone Taylor. Police were hoping to acquire the key to Defoe Manor in order to investigate, but the location of the key was known only by Mr. Crimson himself. Numerous television stars have already come forward to pay tribute to Miss Taylor as it becomes increasingly apparent that disappeared. Something tells me there wouldn't be that much coverage if there wasn't a celebrity involved. Nobody's in here. Still Loctite. Well, it's worth checking. What you got there? You don't see anything important. Let's take the papers. It's a portrait of a wizened, bearded old man in a safari suit. The plaque reads Sir Roderick Defoe. Hello, Philip. Leave me alone, cat burglar. Have you seen the others? No. All I know is they're not here bothering me. Why don't you go join them? What are you doing? None of your business. Are those maps of the house? Yes, they're maps. I'm going to find a way out of here, then I'm going to get away from this madhouse once and for all. And after that, if I ever see your smug pinstripe wearing face again, it'll be a million years too soon. Come on, Philip. None of us could possibly have killed AJ. I'll bet you're over 6 foot. You could have done it easily. Maybe I could have, but I didn't. Prove it. You know I can't. Well then. You know, your attitude could be the death of us. It's certainly going to be the death of you if you don't get out of my face. Feeling any better this morning? Oh, I'm just peaches. Now go away. Well, I'll catch you later. Prick. Not even doing anything with those maps. He's just kind of sitting there staring at them. What's this? I just found it out here like this. Do you know who it is? Yeah, it's mine. Did you bring it in here last night or something? Of course not. It was in the excuse me. Way into the front. Maybe someone's trying to help us. Maybe. I'll go and let the others know and find the others and let them know about it. Sure. It's definitely my car. How it got to be here is something I can't explain. Great! My lockpicks are here. Must have fallen out of my pocket while I was trying to get out of the car. I'll hide an emergency pick in the lining of my tie, like I always do. shall use these lockpicks on this lock. There we go. Hello. It's a pickaxe, and God only knows what it's doing here. Soliciting, no doubt. The cupboard is bare. An empty workbench is like an empty mind. It's one of those two-man saws. Just shove that in me pocket. There's a perfectly serviceable door. Can I go back down the ladder? Hello, I didn't know you'd be down here. Poor, mysterious AJ. We hardly knew ye. And that was his intent. Maybe it's not a good time to disturb the dead. When is a good time to disturb the dead? Simone? Oh, Trilby, how's the ghost hunting going? Do you know where the others are? Sorry, Trilby. I haven't seen either of them since yesterday. Someone brought my car into the backyard. Yes, I noticed. It's your car, is it? Did you bring it here? Trilby, I have no idea where it came from or how. I'm just glad to see a bit more color about the place. I see. What are you doing? I'm investigating. Like we all should be doing. So what do you conclude? I found his wallet. He had ID for almost every government agency I could think of. Everything from M16, MI6 to something. I think he must have been sent to investigate the house. Some kind of secret mission? That's why he never told us anything about himself. It wouldn't make sense, certainly. And I'd say this constitutes a pretty spectacular failure of that mission. This leads to a somewhat spoilerific theory. Now, if you haven't watched it before, perhaps I shouldn't say anything. The problem is, by the time we get to the part where such spoilers are no longer such, I'll probably forget about having realized this, but I think, and if you don't want to hear this, skip ahead a little. I think AJ may be with the the cult. What the hell was the cult's name? I don't remember. The pain cult, the one that worships Chizo. That would explain his resources. Not wanting to all his identifications and everything. It certainly would explain what he's doing here. Any clues on who did this? Yeah, I think it must be must have been a pretty big fellow, I think. Armed with a large slashing weapon, like a machete. And I found a piece of leather. Leather? Like Phillip's jacket? No, it wasn't black. Brown leather, like from an old-fashioned blacksmith's apron. And it was a torn-off piece in AJ's hand. I see. How are you feeling? Fine, thank you. You're not too shaken about AJ?
I don't have time to be shaken about AJ. Whoever did this to him might still be around. Once we're safely out of harm's way, then I'll think about being shaken.
Sound attitude. Now I want that leather. Where's the leather?
Pushing the tree makes the upper branches sway a little. What fun.
Yeah, you just sit there being a dick, Phil. Silence in the courtroom. Jim?
Yes?
Hmm.
What do you think we should do next? I think we should be doing as much research into the house as we can. What are you doing? I'm just looking for stuff on the house.
Why?
Dunno.
Yes, you do, Jim. Why?
Because I want to help. But I'm not sure what I can do.
Hmm.
Have you seen Philip and Simone? Mr. Hardy's in the dining room all shouting at everyone who comes in. Miss Taylor said she was investigating AJ. Thanks.
Hmm.
I have no use for him just yet. I think.
Hmm.
Can't think of any use for these books. Yada.
Hmm.
Perhaps my lockpicks will work on these. To be honest, I can't quite remember what I'm supposed to do now. I think I did it, but it still won't open. There must be a deadbolt on the other side or something. There we go, unlocked. Hmm. This must have been the room Clarence Defoe had picked out for himself and his wife. A rather nice piece of Victorian furniture. A fairly understated nightstand. What do we have here? The Diary of Sir Roderick Defoe.
March 15th, 1805. Work on the house is going well. It should be completed by the end of July. Blenda is already excited about the forthcoming wedding and spends many hours of the day going over even the smallest details over and over again. Not since our early courtship has she been so giddy with joy. It softens my heart to see her smile, and she smiles often. I am wondering why I didn't retire sooner. August 12th, 1805. I am only now having the opportunity to write this, as it has been a most hectic day. The wedding went without a hitch, and the house was ready for us to move in as soon as the ceremony was over.
Excuse me. Keep yawning. Belinda insisted on consummating our marriage immediately. I am sure, dear diary, this house can be expecting to hear the laughter of children before 1806 is out. February 14th, 1806. A romantic day for our announcement. The physician has just left, confirming that Belinda is with a child we can expect to be born in June. We have already decided to name the girl Matthew if a boy, or Jane if a child. June 28th, 1806. Belinda is dead. I will never forget her face, ash gray, contorted with pain. The child is healthy. Would that it had never come about and spared me this fresh hell. May 24th, 1820. Matthew showed me the painting of the grounds he had created. I worry about the boy. Why can't he have healthier interests, like soldiering? The painting was fair, I suppose, but I would rather my child be less of a weakling. June 28th, 1821. It is the anniversary of the night I unleashed the horror which I tonight shall remove from this world. May God forgive me. That's the last entry. Empty. Empty. Let's open this here window. Well, what do you know? It opened. Of course, since it overlooks the backyard, this hasn't helped me much. It's a very old, very dead oak tree. This window must lead into the other locked room on this floor. It's a tile that must have come away slightly during the rebuilding. Just gonna save here. I don't remember if this will kill me if I do this, but if it does, I want to be prepared. While I'm sure it would be highly amusing to grolly across the gap and slam heavily into the tree trunk, it would not be a great help. Well, now we know what we gotta do. We need to open our hearts. Jim? Yes? You want to tag along with me? Sure. I promise not to get in the way. Yeah. Jim, I'm gonna have to ask you to never do that again. You did it again! Stop materializing into the room. Couldn't even supply us with a sound effect. You know, the sound of a door opening? Jim, give me a hand with this. Timber! Why did we cut the tree down, Mr. Trilby? I'm not exactly sure. I know it makes me feel better. It's a load of crap. You know exactly why. It's what remains of that accursed old tree. There's not enough left to climb. Lie. It's now easier to climb because all you have to do is just kind of jump up there and you're at the top. I would have been hoping that it crashed onto the wall. Maybe being able to use it to cross the ravine. You know? understand why nobody ever comments on the fact that we can hear footsteps. Wait a second. They don't look like they were made by human fingernails. I just noticed those. That is handy. It's an identical wardrobe to the one in the other bedroom. An artist's easel with a blank canvas. How philosophical. A single bed. Maybe this room has been left as a spare or something. It's a very old Victorian era stuffed bear. Yoink. And why the hell not? Nothing in here but this old diary. The Secret Diary of Matthew Defoe. June 28th, 1814. Today is my 18th birthday. Nanny said I would soon be a strong man like my father. I wanted to see him today, but he wouldn't come out of his study all day. Nanny says he always gets cross on this day, but it's not because of me. August 5th, 1817. I found a new friend. He's behind the door in the kitchen, and he doesn't have a name. He likes me to sit and talk to him, but Father gets very angry when he finds me doing this. I asked Father who the boy behind the door was, but he told me there was no boy behind the door, and it was just a silly fantasy. Excuse me. May 24th, 1820. I showed Father the painting I'd just finished. He said it was quite good, which is the best thing he's ever said. While he was in a good mood, I asked him if I could go and look behind the door in the kitchen. He pretended not to hear me. June 28th, 1821. My father has done a terrible thing. All this time he pretended there was no boy behind the door, and now this. There's blood all over the kitchen floor. I will do what I can. Then we can be a family together and be happy. That's where it ends, except for a little ink blot just underneath the text. I think I've read enough to have some idea what was going on here. There's a ghost in this place. There must be a connection to the disappearance of Sir Roderick and Matthew Defoe. Was Matthew schizophrenic or something? Did Roderick kill him and disappear to avoid the law? It's odd that neither of their bodies were ever found. If I could find Matthew's body, perhaps I could get to the bottom of this. Maybe there's a book or something in the library that could help me. Why not? I could certainly do it with a laugh. It's a book on white magic. Finding a person from their possessions. Tie the possession in question to a stick and dip it in salt. Next, wave it over the place where the subject sleeps. When you hold it in front of you, the object should now indicate in which direction the owner lies. Sounds simple enough. We have the object. We have a stick. We have something to tie it to. But now we need salt. Fortunately, we know where lethal quantities are. Into the salt with you, bear. Guess not. Hang the bear. A little macabre, perhaps, but never mind. A length of wire tied to a teddy bear. teddy bear tied to a stick with a piece of extension cord. Either it's not working properly or it's pointing straight downwards. It's not working yet. We haven't dipped it. Not dipped it, rather, waved it. Guess that'll do. Seems to be indicated downwards. Seems to be indicated to my left. Wait. Either it's not working properly or it's pointing straight downward. Knock, knock. I can see stairs through there. They must have been blocked off centuries ago. Are these manacles? What the hell was this room used for? They're quite firmly attached to the wall. Getting somewhere to the southwest. It's pointing straight down. Matthew Defoe, I presume. Does Roger keep him down here? No, he can't have done. There'd have been mention of it in one of the books I've read. So, hold on, I don't think that's Matthew's hand. There's another corpse down here. It's the body of a much older man. Now I have a feeling this is Sir Roderick. Judging by the ribs, he was killed by a large stabbing weapon. By whom? What was that? Sounded like it came from the other side of the house. Cut off the music. Just when things were getting somewhat atmospheric. The bell jar has been knocked over and smashed. Looks like the idol is undamaged. This really is a horrendously ugly little wooden idol. Hang on. What are these little stains? Day 4. Oh. Me noggin. Father, why? Oh, God, my head. What the hell happened last night? I remember. Oh God, Philip. Did I kill Philip? Can't remember anything. Last thing I remember is putting my hand on that idol. I've got to warn the others. Oh, you would like to do that, but I'm afraid time is up, Trilby. So, I'm the Blues 32. This is 5 Days a Stranger. TTFN. Tot tot for now.